Action.
Ladies and gentlemen, AC Race Best here. I'm here with Mr. Thing and Mr. Zelenka. Well, we're here because of imperialism. I'm here to ask Mr. Zelenka questions about it, alright? Before we do that, I really want to check Mr. Thing's background. I heard you talking about that you used to be a part of the Industrial Revolution. Is I correct?
Actually, yes, I have had some experience with the Industrial Revolution, but the machines, they got to me. I can't handle it.
I'm sorry. Okay, Mr. Zelenka, I have a question for you about imperialism. So, what was the tea-opium connection about?
They were using this drug, it was called opium, is that what it was? And it was a good drug. They used it for medical supplies, but then people started using it for irresponsible reasons, and yeah.
Alright, thank you. So, let me go over this correctly. So, they started using opium as a medical use. So they were like, hey, this person's sick. Let me give them some opium and make them feel better. Am I correct?
Yeah.
But after they used it for medical reasons, they were like, hey, opium is a bad drug. It can be used for bad things. So let me start using it to snort some drugs or inject some drugs, right? Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Thing, do you have any questions for Mr. Zelenka?
Actually, yes, I do. Could you explain to me how the open door policy for China was?
Yeah, they were bringing merchants into Japan, and they were smuggling crack, and it wasn't good for trade, but they did it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Well, can you explain better, please?
Yes, they pretty much were trading in Japan without permission, and it all got out of hand. I was there.
Yeah. So, let me rephrase. The open door policy was merchants coming into China, okay? And China let them inside, and they were just selling or trading each other with items, right? Am I correct? Okay. So...
Hey! I got a question for you. Does this hurt?
Oh!
Looks like we're experiencing technical difficulties. I'll pass it on to Mr. Koda.
Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Koda, and today I visited the country of China to talk about various different tensions that have been happening in this country. And I have two different people to discuss that with. I have here Jay Valdez and Blake Cosby. I'm going to ask them both two different questions about what's been going on. So let me first start with Jay. Jay, I've heard that there's been rumors of a war that has just begun called the Opium. Do you care to tell us how this started?
Alright, so it started when there was a trade, and then they started misusing it, and then the emperor got mad because a war was breaking out, so he began writing a letter to Queen Victoria, and then that stopped the opium trade, and people are like going through withdrawals and stuff like that now.
Thank
So,
you for sharing that.
nice.
And Blake Cosby. Ever since the Opium War has ended, there have been growing internal problems within the country of China. Do you care to tell us how that has affected you?
Well, it affected me because I'm really addicted to opium, and my family's suffering because of my addiction. So it's hard. It's really hard.
Thank you for sharing with us. And that is all we have for today. Thank you for being with us, Blake Cosby. And we'll go back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, AC Race Best here with other reporters from our news.
I'm Nathaniel Coda.
I'm Mr. Thing.
I'm Dave the homie, but you can call me Stan.
Alright, so, me and Nathaniel are going to talk about how China had to do some profound changes to survive in China. Right?
Yes, that is in fact true. And we'd like to discuss it with these two fine people over here as well. So, first we'd like Mr. Thing to explain one of the first problems of China.
One of the first problems of China was that the King Court realized it had many internal problems. So the Empress of China sent a group of officials around the world studying different governments of different countries such as Italy.
We were interviewing two other people, and they were on drug problems. So that's a big one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did those drug people talk about?
They were just talking about the war and invading stuff and abusing of drugs.
Yeah.
You can't forget the war.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that. I remember that you can't forget about those machines.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay, man.
Yeah,
I can't
I'm sorry.
I can't forget the machines either.
I'm sorry for you. But I remember I interviewed this guy, and they were talking about how China had opium for medical reasons.
Oh yeah, and then like the citizens, they abuse that.
Yeah.
They use it as kind of like to get high
As a
and whatnot.
recreational drug instead of medical.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's horrible. It looks like I'm wearing the same clothes when I last time got interviewed, but I had to go to the hospital for about a month or two. Thanks to that, I don't know what he was. I think he was like a Japanese person. Did you ever look at him?
No, I was recording. the
Oh,
whole time.
what about you, Hector? I know you were with me.
No, man, I was on some of that lean, like I was pretty messed up. Like I was thinking straight.
Well, at least you got some questions in. All right, so we're gonna go with.
Hey, I just want to like say something real quick. Did that really hurt when he hit you?
Yeah. Well, if it didn't hurt, why did I go to the hospital?
Wait,
At the
why
hospital,
didn't you stop him?
Did they treat you with opium at the hospital?
Surprisingly, they did.
Ironically enough.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Stan right here is gonna go to the. Mr. Homie is going to the weather station. So he's gonna go to the weather after this break. So, yeah, he's gonna talk about weather in China. So after this break, don't.
Chilling.
Hello, it is Dave Dahomey, or Stan, if you'd like, with the weather. Monday, we will be having a tornado. Tuesday will be mostly sunny. Wednesday, we will be having a 50% chance of a tsunami. Thursday, we will be having more sun again. Friday, and it's going to be hailing again. And Saturday, what does it say? It's going to be, it's going to be raining again. What a week.
Oh shit! Oh yeah! And Sunday will be rain, hail, and a tornado. This is Stan here with some random guy from outside. Don't cut this video, please. Oh,